Hey guys, what's up? I'm Brian with Fisher's Off-Road, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to replace the rear axle on a 2024 Yamaha Wolverine X2 1000. Now, this is not a really difficult job, so if you have kind of medium skill level as far as mechanics, you should be just fine. It won't take that long, so let's go ahead and jump into it and get it started. The first thing you're going to want to do is get this thing jacked up and get your lug nuts off. You want to get some jack stands underneath your vehicle. That's just extra stabilization to make sure it doesn't fall on you. Let the vehicle rest down on the jack stands and still use your jack to make sure you're safe all the way around. One of the first things I'm going to do is take this A-arm skid off so that I can get to the shock bolt. We'll want to take that shock bolt off so we can pull the shock away and get the A-arm up in the air. Now that we got the skid plate out of the way, we're going to want to take this shock bolt off. That shock bolt's going to be a 17 millimeter. And you're going to need a wrench to hold it on the other end. Your top shock bolt is a 14 and it's still a 17 on the nut. A lot of times what I'll do is, since there is a difference between the nut and bolt, I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the top of the shock and set it to the side, so that way I know where it goes. Or you could put it through up here through the frame. We're going to go ahead and disconnect the sway bar. And that sway bar bolt's a 17 millimeter. We're going to have to put a wrench on that. All right, so that's a 17 and a 17 wrench behind to hold it. And you're going to take that off. There's a washer there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back on here so I know what goes where. Now we're going to take the big nut off the end here that goes on to the end of the axle. We're going to go ahead and take that off. What you'll look for here is you'll see how this is crimped over right here. You're going to take that out of that little crimp right there. All right, so we got it off there. So now we're going to go ahead and remove this brake caliper. It's going to be two 12 millimeter bolts. Take that one off. And there's one on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and put these bolts back in the brake caliper. I just like to keep all my nuts and bolts and everything accounted for, all my hardware that I'm taking off. So that way I know when I go to put it back together, because sometimes you'll get some that are longer than others. And you're like, I wonder where that went. So I just like to keep track of everything. We already removed our nut on the axle here for the hub, so we can take that hub off. So that comes right off. So we're going to go ahead and take this bolt out of the upper A-arm here into the hub, so we can drop this down and pull the axle out. So this is a 17 on the bolt, and the nut is a 19. We got that. Put this back in here just so I have it. Zip ties are amazing. I don't know what we ever did before we had zip ties. Whoever invented this is a genius. Like, if there was one thing you could do in your life and it was like, oh yeah, I made the zip tie, man, that's just money. Now we got it to this point. If we give this a good yank, it should hopefully come out. So now we have another stock Yamaha axle we're going to replace it with. Sometimes getting the axle in here is a little tricky, so you got to kind of tap them up. That's it right there. You heard it lock. See, it won't come back out. Yep, we're good to go. Now it's just a matter of putting everything back together. That in like that. Just like that right there. We're gonna go ahead and cut our zip tie. Got that done. Take that off. All right, now put our sway bar link back up there where it belongs. Now we're gonna go ahead and put our A-arm bolt in here. So basically you just want to do everything in reverse that you did to get it apart. Just like that. Let me just give you a side note about this axle. It was popping a little bit. The CV boot's not torn, but it was popping a little bit. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that your axle is bad. I've already had some brand new units come through for our rentals, and the axle is popping. So it's not necessarily that the axle's bad, it's just one of those things. You can run it popping like that. To me, it's just kind of annoying, but you can go ahead and change it out if it bothers you, but really, if it's just popping a little bit and the CV boot's not torn, that's just the nature of the beast. We're going to put our hub back on here. Put that nut right back where it was so we can put that same notch in there and keep it from backing out. Now we're ready to put the brake caliper on here. And while you're doing this, this is a really good opportunity to look everything over, your brakes, your bearings, your seals, like everything, because this unit has 4,000 miles on it, so it's got some time in. So it's good to give them a look over. And if you aren't sure how to do any of this, you know, you can get a service manual, and everything will be in there in your service manual. For everything that you need to do. It'll walk you through all the steps. I'm just kind of giving you a video on how to do it, just kind of helping you out. I've changed axles on a lot of different units, everything from Polaris to Can-Am to Yamaha, and this is all pretty much the same. I mean, you're gonna pretty much have this same exact order, and everything's gonna kind of be very similar. So we're gonna try and put this on here first, and then put the shock on. I'm not sure if this will work out. I might be doing this in the wrong order. But if it doesn't work, then you know. You know not to do it this way. So I'm not going to tighten that up. We're going to get the shock on here. Let's put this bottom shock bolt in. All right, we got the bottom shock bolt in, got the upper shock bolt in. We're going to go ahead and tighten this one up. Got the sway bar bolt tight. I think we're good all the way around. Everything's in. Everything's good. All right, I think we jack her back up and put the tire on. All right, we got the tire on there. Get my lug nuts started. Whenever it comes to replacing parts like axles, belts, anything like that, I usually go with the OE stuff because it holds up really well and it's designed for your machine, especially the belts. You know, we run belts and, you know, all of our vehicles, and man, you just get a lot of miles out of the stock stuff. So for us, that's typically what we do, like the axle and the belts. I mean, you could probably save a couple bucks by getting some aftermarket stuff, but really, in the long run, it's just not worth it. When you tighten up your tires and wheels, your lug nuts, you want to go in a star pattern, work your way around. That way it tightens it up evenly. Don't want to forget to put our A-arm guard on. Go ahead and throw that on here quick. All right, A-arm guard is installed, that's it. Well, there we go, y'all. That's all there is to it. It's not very difficult. If you get a Yamaha service manual, it'll have everything in there, all your steps, your specs, the whole nine. No guesswork, really. And you don't have to be really all that mechanically inclined. And it's a great project for a DIY kind of person. You feel like, you know, you accomplished something, you save some money, and you got your ride back on the trail. So if you got any questions, feel free to hit me up. We'll see y'all. Take care. Have a good one.